Hello everybody and welcome to the PBL. This is Mike, Captain of the Magikarps. This week I played Jenny, Captain of the Gyaradoses. This week I led off with my Swellow, not Brave Bird, thinking I can get some good chunk damage done on some people. So he started with his Intimidate, standard on Gyarados. Megas right off the bat, which totally expected because who doesn't Mega Gyarados? So Mold Breaker doesn't really do anything with me right now. I go for Tailwind because that move is just ridiculous. Ice Fang, I thought I could tank it, but I guess I couldn't. Guess I didn't do my math right or something. So I send out my Ditto, so I now have a Mega Gyarados. And so, think, okay, I'm going to be faster than it because I'm Scarfed. I can do something. So I go for Crunch, fully expecting her to switch out. Gets rid of Gyarados anyways. Critical, happy with that. I don't remember if that actually mattered. I didn't do any of the calculations for that one. So she brings out her Zygarde, and I'm like, okay. Choice into Crunch. I'll see what it does, because it's stab, and it does a good chunk. Not as much as I was hoping, but 1,000 Arrows is just ridiculous. It's a great move, and it's awesome, but I hate it against me. I go for another Crunch. She goes for another 1,000 Arrows. So I'm down. She's decently chunked. So I get into this terrible habit of being like, oh, okay, you're gonna die anyways, so like I just let it die. So I bring out my Porygon. She goes for another 1,000 Arrows. I can't remember if I was gonna conversion or whatever, but she got a crit. That crit definitely mattered. I could have survived that, and that's good on her part. So I send out my Starmie, thinking I have to be able to do something. So she sends out Snorlax. This thing is a tank. It is a beast. I go for a Psychic. Doesn't really do anything, but none of my moves really would have done anything. I was just going for some consistent damage. So I go for the Hydro Pump, thinking if I miss, I miss. If not, it's higher base than Psychic. So she goes for the Return, which wrecks me. And I mean like wrecks me. I later figured out that what we did have Couts, and this matchup would have ended terribly for me, guaranteed 100%. So I go for a Recover, thinking that I can possibly stall out something. She goes for another Return. Doesn't really matter. It does more than 50% of my health every time. So that's like guaranteed 2 hits if I don't recover. But so we're going, and I was like, okay, I can't handle this anymore. So I send out my Garchomp, and I'm pretty sure that I will be faster than this thing, even if I am Mega. So it hits me. It does less than half, so I can take another one if I have to. Got Rough Skin, so it gets hurt as well. So she takes Snorlax back, which good for her. She sends out Zygarde. I go for my Mega, and it's a Zygarde. So I don't remember what I did right off the bat, but I'm pretty sure that it takes it down. I go for my Earthquake, which does take Zygarde down. So that's critical. Didn't really matter because it didn't have that much health left anyways. So she sends out Frostlass, which I later learned was specifically designed to destroy my Porygon. So she goes for an Ice Beam, because Ice type. Let's leave in a Dragon. That was a terrible decision on my part. So I send out my Jirachi, thinking I can get some chip damage, some good hits off on with this. She takes Kaguya out and sends in her Infernape. which I should have just taken him out. I should have just taken Jirachi out right away. Be like, I ain't dealing with a fire monkey. And so she goes for Flare Blitz, and well, this just murders me every day of the week. Except apparently not. I thought they killed me. So I go for a U-turn, thinking, okay, I can get some damage, and I go right back. That's not good for me. That's not a good matchup any day of the week. So I send back in, she's fire, let's send in my water type. Good idea. Except, no. And so she takes out Infernape, sends back in Snorlax because this thing's just a wall that I cannot even touch. This could go back and forth. Not forever because she'd PP stall me, she'd destroy me because she does more damage to me than I can do to her. Even though even if I recover, I'd have to recover every single turn, and it still wouldn't do anything because she's got leftovers. So here goes the return. The crit does matter, doesn't matter. I would have died anyways. I don't believe it would have killed me. I don't remember what the calcs were on that. It was calced and sent to me. It's like, hey, this happened. It's like, okay, cool. So this is it for me. So I go for an Iron Head. This Serene Grace, that's like a 60% chance to flinch. So I got to flinch off once, get some health left. I'm faster than it, so I could possibly get it down. So I go for another Iron Head. I believe. Okay, she takes out Snorlax. Sends an Excadrill, which I can't do anything to. So I go for an Iron Head. Does literally nothing. Because Steel doesn't really affect Steel. But so I get my leftovers up with some more. Didn't get the flinch, which I didn't get the flinch because she can't go. So I go for another Iron Head because I need these flinches. This is the only way I could possibly win. Is with flinches. Flinch didn't work there. Goes for an Earthquake. Earthquake knocks me down. That's it. So yeah, we both got some good hits. We both got some lucky shots. Jenny played perfectly this week. Good for her. She played to like counter everything that I normally bring. So good for her. That was a great battle. Yeah. So I'll see you next week. Until then, Carpe Diem.